Welcome back to Volunteer Stadium as we are down to 11 teams remaining at the Little League World Series and just about halfway through 4 more elimination games today. The boys from Seoul in South Korea, they got the eye black on, looking to bounce back against a fun-loving underdog Canadian team. The kids from Vancouver for the right to hang around at the Little League World Series.
Throw to the plate, Canada leads!
Vancouver, what do you say?
At the wall, gone! Release to left field.
Hey, Mexico.
2 tanks for Japan.
Welcome to the Little League Baseball World Series, presented by T-Mobile. Sun shining on this Tuesday night as we go into Game 3 of 4 at Baseball Paradise for 12-year-olds. 2 good games to start today. Japan beat Mexico. Tensei Yazawa powered this team from Tokyo to a 3rd straight elimination game win. He struck out 7. And right now over on ESPN, Phoenix City, Alabama against Tacoma, Washington. Kinley Rasmus and the kids representing the Southeast have the lead in that one, trying to hang around. International bracket, we started the day with 6 teams left on this side. Curacao and Nicaragua unbeaten. The winner moves straight to Saturday in the final 4. And then bottom left, the winner of this faces Japan after their win tomorrow. With that, we say hello. Thanks for joining us. Eduardo Perez, Mike Monaco with you. Sebastian Salazar joins us shortly. Canada knows they're underdogs. They're kind of North America's team in this event, and they go up against South Korea trying to respond after their loss, and they seem really focused down there today.
Yeah, both teams really feel focused. In South Korea, we were down there, and we're like, whoa, these kids are uber focused. But we're going to talk a little bit about Canada first and what's at stake. This is a team that already played South Korea before. They know that they have to play really good baseball, and it sort of reminds them of how they got here in regional play. It was 0-0 in the 8th inning when they had to break free and finally get the lead and win the ball game on a walk-off to be able to work it all the way to Williamsport. And then what happens? Connor Ross base hit the first hit of the game, and it was a big one as Canada ended up winning that one over Panama.
Jacob Massel, post-game.
Jacob Massel, huge on the mound and the go-ahead run. Walk me through that play, because that was chaos.
I just saw the bunt get down, and I'm like, I'm running as hard as I can. There was no stopping me. When I saw the catcher fumble that ball, I knew that I got there. It was just all excitement from then on.
And what about the performance on the mound? You were great.
Thank you. Yeah, my stuff felt pretty good. My curveball was on today. My fastball was locating outside. And yeah, I felt really good on the mound.
Tell me about this team. You guys just never quit out there.
Yeah, this team is built with a bunch of dogs, We're definitely not the favorites coming into that game. You can ask 10 fans, and I guarantee you they'll say that they think Panama's going to win, but never doubt this team.
Panama didn't win. Canada did. So we going for ice cream?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Congratulations, Jacob. Great stuff, man.
Thank you.
How can you not like that kid, Jacob Massel, who finally scored that long-awaited first run for Canada in that, upset win against Panama, as you heard him outline. Now you got to go up against South Korea. South Korea has 2 powerful bats, Ji-Hwan Hong and Hyun-Bin Han.
It just seems like the barrel of the bat is a lot bigger when they come to the plate. And the way that they show and the way that they perform, as you see them right in front of us, I mean, it is daunting. And the performance, the balance at the plate. I got to get some swings in here, and let's check it out. Look at the angle. You want power? You want it to come from the backside and the turn and the extension? Bye-bye. These kids grew up around the airport, and right now they're seeing the balls take off.
Big flies into orbit. Ready to go. Canada, South Korea next.
Take my hand, cancel all your plans.
Day today. Mascot here at the Little League World Series. So we got all kinds of mascots here to celebrate.
It's a lot of fun. And did we get any cake?
Not yet, but I think we will at some point. Vancouver serving as the road team in this game.
It's my favorite city in the world right here. And the Kitsilano Pool is Canada's largest. You got Stanley Park, beautiful. Black, I'm telling you, it is wonderful when it comes to it. And Gastown features a steam-propelled clock. Hosted the Winter Olympics. And let's meet the team from Canada.
My name is Connor Ross, and my favorite artist is Kendrick Lamar.
My name is Daniel Huang, and my favorite food is Japanese curry.
My name is Cruz Kerpan, and my favorite baseball player is Mookie Betts.
My name is Jason Mazzaroba. My favorite dessert is Apple Crisp.
My name is Felix Hoyano, and my favorite team is the Toronto Blue Jays.
My name is Lucas Eisen, and my favorite food is my grandma's ribs.
My name is Connor Matsuda, and my favorite actor is Kevin Hart.
My name is Leo McTaggart, and my favorite baseball player is Ernie Clement.
My name is Kian Sandu, and my favorite artist is Drake.
My name is John Ramos. My favorite dessert is cupcakes.
My name is Jacob Massel, and my favorite actor is Seth Rogen.
My name is Shaw Haskell, and my favorite player is Barry Bonds.
Little Mountain Little League. Jacob Massel, one of the leaders of this group from Vancouver, one of the great cities in the world. 12 deep in their lineup.
Yeah, 12 deep, and it's a team, let's not forget, they're resilient. They have to play really good baseball, but they have to put pressure on Team Korea, and it's try to start early. Let's not forget a 5 o'clock start. What does that mean? The outfield could struggle when the sun's out, especially in right field, to be able to pick up the ball off the bat. Anything in the air.
Starting pitcher for South Korea, Ju-Won Kim. Is also their cleanup hitter. He gets the ball in this one, and he's known for his offensive prowess. They call him a run producer, but he's going to be tasked with holding down Canada.
Yeah, he's going to be the run suppressor this afternoon, and they all have their eye black on. They love it. They were pasting it. They are ready. If you remember Roger Clemens when he put that eye block on one time in Oakland, that's what it looks like right now here. But be aware, the sun will be a factor today.
So Juwan Kim ready to face Jason Mezaroba. First pitch swinging, loop behind second, and it drops in, a base hit. Jason Mezaroba.
Wait a second. Last game for Canada, when did they get their first hit?
7th inning.
And one swing, one base hit. You're talking about a different spirit right there from the get-go. Ball hit, short fly. It lands as a single. Jason on board. 2 weeks from now, he's going to be playing a little bit of hockey.
Yeah, how about that? These kids, so many of them. Brad Dorwart, the manager with Santos. He said true to form, kind of with the stereotype. Yeah, they'll get back to hockey soon. Third hit for Mezaroba here, and already Felix Hoyano showing square, knowing what kind of game Canada might be playing today.
Yeah, and the last game that Canada played against South Korea, it was a game that featured 3 errors, but in reality, they said it could have been 5.
Line shot right field, Hoyano. The right fielder, Do-Yoon Kim, might have had to play it first.
Yeah, I think so, and if I'm not mistaken, you look at Ha-Jun Yu at first base saying, maybe you could have thrown it this way, but 2 hard shots the other way. This one, he showed bunt early, takes it back. Yahtzee right in the 4-3 hole.
So how about this start for Little Mountain Little League?
Maybe the meeting said, let's think that we're in extra innings. Let's play with our hair on fire.
That it's just like the 7th inning yesterday against Panama, whereas you showed 2 weeks ago that it's just like the region tournament against the opponent there in the final in Nova Scotia.
By the way, I've never had crab and chicken nuggets.
I know, is that a combo that Cruz Kerpan's thinking?
야, 스타트를 아예 못 끊는데? 왜? 괜찮으니까 열심히 던지고 수비 믿고 해. 뭐 안타 맞은 거 어쩔 수 없잖아. 알았지? 할 거 해주고 주축돼갖고 애들 얘기 좀 해줘. 애들 좀 쩔어 있어. 외야는 다 뒤에 가 있고 움직이지 못하면 네가 얘기해갖고 해줘야 될 거 아니야. 할 수 있어, 알았어? 막아주고 하나씩 해, 하나씩, 알았지?
I'll tell you this. That was a stern conversation. And it was 2 base hits, legit base hits for Team Canada. But you talk about discipline, you talk about taking this serious, and then them understanding, and that's South Korea understanding how important it is to be able to put a goose egg up in that first inning. They're all business here.
So 3 pitches in, an eventful start. And now Cruz Kerpan. On the ground, up the middle, center field, base hit. Mezaroba to the plate. Rio Gil's throw offline.
Go!
Here comes Felix Hoyano. 2-0 Canada.
I'm going to let this one breathe a little bit because I think Canada has just shocked South Korea. A breaking pitch, stays up, base hit right back up the middle. No one there, but let's look and appreciate the base running. Once runner scores, but watch Hoyano coming around third. He sees the ball go. He's his own coach. He scores easily as well. Now you got another runner in scoring position with Big Shaw coming up to the plate.
And we're going to get a pitching change 4 pitches into the ball game. Now this is wild. Sojun Park is coming in to pitch. This morning, we were told Sojun Park was going to be the starting pitcher for South Korea in this game. Something changed. And we were not notified of it until just before first pitch. And now 4 pitches in, 2 runs down. Hong Jip Kim, the manager, is making a change. Wow. Busy start here. Canada continues to roll. Well, already a pitching change in this game. Juwon Kim goes from the mound to third base. And after 3 hits, Sojun Park comes from third to the mound and takes over. And he was really good the first time he faced Canada.
Yeah, he was real good, and they're going to ask him to be great again. And it's not going to be an easy task against Shaw Haskell, who really has that pop. He knows that the last time he played in one, it was power galore. So this is an interesting matchup right here.
First pitch to Shaw Haskell. Big cut, 0-1.
They're coming out aggressive today, and that's Team Canada.
Nothing at 2.
2 breaking balls right out of the get-go.
Roped into left field by Shaw Haskell. Rupan to the plate. Juwon Kim's throw, not in time. 3-0 Canada, and this underdog story continues.
No free passes either, and no cheap swings, and no cheap hits. The big smile by Shaw. 0-2, fastball right down the middle. You got him on 2 breaking pitches. You go to the fastball, and Shaw says, not here, not now. The throw to the plate, a little too late. Let me remind you, no outs.
Seven pitches into this game. It is 3-0 Canada. Incredible. Kian Sandhu is the 5-hitter for Canada and takes ball 1, and it's 4 straight hits after, Canada was no hit into the 7th inning yesterday against Panama. And for South Korea, this is 2 games in a row where they've ended up making an early pitching change where things got away from them. This same thing happened Sunday where they made a pitching change a third of an inning into the first, ended up losing 1-0 to Curacao.
Now, the big question is, will Canada have enough pitching to neutralize a very good offense? And going into these consecutive days, you could be depleted.
So all the more reason, if you're Canada, you need to keep the foot on the gas offensively.
You have to. You got to keep the foot on the gas.
And even with 3 runs, you can't get comfortable. You still have to have these super disciplined at-bats, right?
100%.
Line drive, center field base hit. Kian Sandu. Shaw Hasko safe at second. 5 straight singles.
A good throw gets him out at second. And they are right now, the body language, it's the first time I've seen South Korea just baffled with what's going on. Second hit in this game already for Team Canada with 2 strikes. Shaw did not know if their second baseman, Lee, was going to make the play, so he had to hold up.
Yeah, this is 2 singles into the outfield that could have turned into force plays. The one to right field and that one to center.
Yeah, and look, they're legit hits, and you said it right. These are singles. That's the thing, they're not cheap. It's not like the defense is out of position or anything. They have just come ready to hit. Now let's see if Team Canada is willing to give up an out to move runners over to second and third.
Leo McTaggart with first and second, nobody out. Squared, pulled back, squared again.
Mind you, that was the 9th pitch of the game. And they've thrown strikes, they've pounded the zone, and it's already 3 runs on the board, 5 hits.
Ravi, thank you. How about another elimination game win for Phoenix City, Alabama? Fitting that Kinley Rasmus there defensively to end it. Now we take you down the hill. Another elimination game. Eduardo Perez, Mike Monaco with you upstairs. Sebastian Salazar with us as well. And this is another stunner already in the top of the first inning. 15 pitches into the game. Canada up 3-0 on a power in South Korea. Canada didn't get its first hit in yesterday's game until the 7th inning. And Eddie, they open up today with 5 straight hits.
Yeah, this was, again, it's just boop and then line, and everything hit hard. Some of them with 2 strikes. They attack the zone. They're not pitching out of the zone. They are trying to get those strikes early, and Canada is meeting them at the front door. Nothing has come cheap. The out that they've had is because they just forced it out, and the infield forced the play in the first inning.
And you saw also that this is a rematch. Canada faced South Korea last Wednesday in their opener, only had 3 hits in all of that game.
Yeah, the body language of Team Canada, they've come out to play. They've been aggressive the entire time.
Daniel Huang, the batter. 0-2 on him. It was right from the start, and then South Korea made a pitching change after the first 3 hits in this game. It was interesting. South Korea listed this guy, Sojun Park, as their starter this morning. And then right before the game, we were informed Ju-Won Kim was starting. And 3 batters into the game, as that one's called the ball, Ju-Won Kim pulled from this game. And so just very interesting that now 2 games in a row, South Korea in the first inning has made pitching changes. Almost like they're really trying to come through with threading the right needle and then thinking better of their pitching decisions.
I'll say this, now the communication, South Korea thinks they're being squeezed at the plate. That was the 15th pitch of the game. That's the tricky thing about this. They have not chased out of the zone, and South Korea is hoping that they do now.
Well, swing and a miss from Daniel Huang. 2 down.
2 down, a little bit of pressure with Han, the catcher, as well. Got to keep everything in front of you.
Well, this Canada run has been so fun to watch. They lost that first game to South Korea. They've won back-to-back elimination games. Australia on Saturday, Panama yesterday in extras. And this batter right here, Jacob Massel, is the heartbeat of their team. The leader, so poised, and he pitched his heart out yesterday in that win against Panama.
Yes, he did, and a heck of an interview as well. Sebastian got him right after the game. And now I understand why he also, besides being a pro baseball player that he hopes to be, puts down litigator.
He said afterward, if you would have asked 10 fans, he's got his mom Lauren here watching, one of his brothers too. Said if you had asked 10 fans who was going to win, Panama or Canada, all 10 would have said Panama.
Yeah. Well, if you ask 20 fans who do you think is going to win this one, 20 would have said South Korea, and right now Canada making a statement in the first inning.
He said, but we got a team of dogs. I mean, he sounded like a college baseball player or pro baseball player doing that interview with Sebastian.
He was proud of that comment, too.
Yeah. Sebastian said, you pitched very well. He said, thank you. 2-1. Soars to the backstop. Shaw Hasko to the plate. 4-zip Canada.
Oh, hold on now. Give me the 5. Give me the 5 and give me the chest. Oh, yeah. That's what they got right there. Man, I think I got one of your ribs in my abdomen, but it's all right.
I think I fell over. Like hitting a linebacker.
And that's what I'm talking about. When you put a runner at third base in any Little League, even here in the Little League World Series, anything can happen on a pitch. In this case, a wild pitch up in the zone.
Good take on a 3-1 breaking ball. We have no fastball counts even in Little League. Massel's on there at the corners. And that says it all for the South Korea fans.
Oh, they're in shock. They're in shock right now. Come from so far away. And you know, to be able to put 4 on South Korea. Very impressed.
Hong Jip Kim, you saw there, South Korea's manager after their last game. Tight one. They lost 1-0 on Sunday against Curacao. Lucas Eisen bats now. 0-1 to start.
All right, so this will be interesting now to see if Team Canada tries to put something on here. You got 2 outs, runners at the corner, try to steal another run to make it a 5-run deficit. Right now, 4-0.
One and 2 the count on Lucas Eisen. Canada is such a fun-loving, underdog, embracing, loose team. Heck, they were promised ice cream if they scored 4 runs in a game. They got 4 runs in the first inning off a power in South Korea.
And if they win, might get 2 toppings.
Incredible. This game will continue only on ESPN. The Little League Baseball World Series is presented by T-Mobile. The Little League World Series hits different with T-Mobile. Back in central Pennsylvania, Williamsport, Day 7, Little League World Series. And Seoul stunned right now. This team all the way from South Korea. The word Seoul means capital in Korean.
Yeah, and then Lotte World Tower is the tallest building in Seoul, over 1,800 feet. The Han River, a popular destination in Seoul, splits the city in half, and it hosted the Summer Olympics and Paralympic Games in 88.
Let's meet the team.
제 이름은 노석찬입니다. 제가 가장 좋아하는 음식은 라면입니다.
제 이름은 길리오이고 좋아하는 가수는 찰리 푸스입니다.
제 이름은 이지우이고 제가 좋아하는 음식은 후라이드 치킨입니다.
제 이름은 박소준이고 제가 좋아하는 팀은 LA 다저스입니다.
제 이름은 정기현이고 제가 제일 좋아하는 선수는 슈웨이 오타니 선수입니다.
제 이름은 김도현이고 제가 제일 좋아하는 팀은 뉴욕 양키즈입니다.
제 이름은 김지환이고 제가 가장 좋아하는 선수는 브라이스 하퍼 선수입니다.
제 이름은 맹재현이고 제가 제일 좋아하는 영화는 아바타입니다.
제 이름은 홍지환이고 제가 제일 좋아하는 음식은 김치찌개입니다.
제 이름은 한현민입니다. 제가 좋아하는 디저트는 아이스크림입니다.
저의 이름은 김주원입니다. 제가 좋아하는 선수는 매니 마차도입니다.
제 이름은 주하준이고 제가 제일 좋아하는 배우는 톰 홀랜드입니다.
So there they are, Team Seoul, South Korea. 12 deep, and they're going to need an offensive response here after giving up the 4 in the first.
Yeah, they have to. And look, they've got the power, they've got the offense, they have the discipline to be able to score many. Last time it was 7 runs against Team Canada. They know they'll need much. And John Ramos on the mound for Team Canada. And he is a side armor. He comes in with that funky delivery from the side, 5'9". He gets some pretty good reach. And look, he might have to play a little chess against South Korea.
He's their hardest thrower. He's new to all this. He really hadn't been on an all-star team or hadn't been to select tryouts, as they call it back home. But he keeps on developing. And now, because they've had to win these elimination games, he gets tasked with throwing in a really big game.
Yeah, mom from Asia Pacific, dad Cuban.
2-1 to Sojun Park. A strike.
All right, that pitch right there is going to be important. The fastball on the inside part of the plate. You see how Park jumped out of the way. Coming from that angle, tough to hit.
In the air, shallow center, and shortstop Cruz Krupan makes a fine backpedaling play.
Get that first out of the way. Everybody high-fiving on the mound. This is when it gets a little nervous, when you start backpedaling right there. 4, 5, 6 steps backpedaling before making the play. That ball starts appearing like it's bouncing on the way to you.
So 1 down, and it brings up Jiwon Kim. Strike 1 to start.
I looked to my left and I thought I saw Doogie Haslam for a second.
Care to explain?
Put on the specs?
Putting on my readers up here.
There's no way you've got readers.
No. Blue light glasses. I don't have the good versatile lenses like you, though.
Transition, baby.
0-2. That's down. I thought it was interesting. South Korea reshuffled its lineup. You caught wind of that and thought it was real interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Their leadoff hitter now in the 3 spot. Just moved it up a little bit. Try to create a little bit more on base. Right now, really impressed with the way that John Ramos on the mound, after having a long top half of the first inning, has been able to throw strikes. Oh, he wanted that one. Tight zone behind the plate, my friends. Could be here a while.
Cameron Bernard has the plate. 3-2. Lashed foul. Canada's coaches said coming in that strike throwing was going to be the biggest key for John Ramos. He's all around the zone so far.
Yeah, he is, and that's impressive. I had the privilege of being around great pitchers in the past, sitting next to me, if it's Rick Sutcliffe and David Cohn, and being a Ben McDonald and being able to be around them. That's the toughest part. And then if you have an eye like that, like South Korea does, to lay off those tough close pitches and force them in the zone.
Well, here comes the leader for South Korea. We were talking with their staff down on the field before the game. They said he can do it all. Ji-Hwan Hong, who has already homered here. He's already pitched quite well here Sunday against Curaçao. As you said, down to the 3 spot as opposed to the leadoff spot. So this is what you want with a man aboard for him.
And it's different because both teams just have 12 players. Some international teams have 14. So you can get them back up to the plate as soon as the 3rd inning if all goes well here.
So the backstop, Ji-Hwan Kim to second.
Got to throw strikes. Talked about the importance of it.
(2-0) from John Ramos. This one to the backstop to Kim to third. It's a very good catcher behind the plate in Jason Mezaroba. He's also a great hockey goalie. We said earlier he's headed back to that soon.
Yeah, but when he's playing hockey, that ball's not even in the net.
Yeah, you can just let it go.
You let it go.
Well, this is...
You got to protect the other side of the...
Yeah. This promises to be entertaining. This is Canada's manager, Brad Thorwart.
Hey, bud. Hey, just starting to spin out. Remember, front side in, down, smooth, hit, go straight down to your target, right? You're kind of pulling it again, right? So just go straight to him again, okay? Right, guys, relax. Right, are we just missing on the outside here, or is he yanking a little bit?
No, it's not really missing.
Okay, just shade him a little bit more on the arc left side, okay? Hey, all right, breathe, relax. Okay, let's go. Let's get the outs. Okay.
That's a great catcher right there.
That was awesome. He's not even really missing. I mean, that's how far out it is. I told you, it wasn't in the net. If it's in the net, he's going to catch it.
I mean, there were some borderline pitches. There were also 2 to the backstop, and Mezaroba's protecting his guy. That misses, I guess, up. Strike zone in Little League is up to the batter's armpit. So that's a 4-pitch walk to put Ji-Hwan Hong aboard.
No, and earlier it was South Korea who thought they were getting squeezed after Canada already had scored the 3 runs, because Canada put an onslaught in the first 10 pitches of the game.
Cleanup man Ji-Hwan Kim was the starting pitcher for South Korea. On the edge, strike 1.
Hey, you think that with all the hockey reference, I could probably get an NHL game on ESPN?
We'll put you between the benches for our opening night tripleheader. You pick the
Put me
game.
in the penalty box.
NHL started the season about a month away.
Yeah. First we'll deal with the NFL season.
Look at Johnny Hanna. He's got a hockey jersey for us right on cue. Our ace director. Justin's all over it with the camera. A bunt bid here, first and third for South Korea.
You're down 4. You got the meat of the order up like this, and really surprised with the bunt. Now you find yourself a 1-2 count. You really have to protect. John Ramos has a really good breaking pitch. Let's see if we see it here.
Got him. Right on cue. You called it.
Poppy, I told you. What you got right there is that slider, and it's an effective pitch. Starts in the zone, and then adios. See you later. Out of the zone. Here it starts. Maybe it's the outside corner. Now, see that little dot right there? Let's see if we can finish this thing out.
Against Do Yoon Kim, bouncer at Cruz. Krupan got to hurry. Strong arm, inning over.
Huge goose egg for Canada. We're going to see you in the top of the second, see what Canada can do. 4-0.
If you weren't with us at the start of the game in the first inning, it happened fast for Canada.
Yeah, this was a straight out ambush, and they were aggressive early and often. And this is back-to-back at-bats here. Don't think that we're trying to skip some outs. There was still no outs on the board, and there were only 10 pitches thrown. As Team Canada had a game plan, they did not miss the barrels. And right now, it's a stunned South Korea team, down 4 in the top of the second.
Let's check in with Sebastian.
Mike, Little Mountain Little League are becoming regulars here in Williamsport, which means there's a lot of interest back home. Let's take you back to Saturday. This is a watch party at Heroes Welcome, a local restaurant there in Vancouver. You can see it's packed. This is from the moment Shaw Haskell went deep for that 3-run homer versus Australia. First by a Canadian player here in Williamsport since 2017. But today is a weekday. People got to work, and sometimes that means people gotta fly. Let me show you this image from a Pacific Airlines flight that's in the air as we speak between Powell River and Vancouver. It's not a long flight, but that's a setup for Brad Dorwart's wife, Danielle. That's right, she's watching live on the plane. She told me her service was about to go out, but before it did, she said the plane was rocking. Everybody fired up about the fast start here for the boys from Little Mountain.
How cool is that? Brad Dorwart's wife, Danielle. Hello, if you guys got service again.
That's pretty cool. You talk about taking off. The offense took off in that first inning.
Fun-loving, good-natured manager of this Little Mountain Little League that, to Sebi's point, it's their 4th trip here overall. Their 3rd in the last 5 years. A little side-eye there from Jacob Massel's brother. It is a real community atmosphere. John Ramos lines one into right field, base hit.
Somebody did not tell John Ramos that the first inning is over. He's like, let's keep doing that. And that's exactly what has been happening. They've been finding barrel. They've been getting the ball in the air past the infield, and it's working.
And we're talking to Brad Dorwart down on the field. You asked, what is it about their Little League that keeps getting them here? And he said it's so community focused. He said there's a parent that's a priest, and therefore that person works with them on the mental side of the game. There's one that is a trainer. They work with them on the calisthenics. Connor Matsuda with a sac bunt and reaches. It was going to be bang bang either way, and then it popped away from Ji-Hoo Lee.
I'm waiting for the call from the umpire. He just stayed there. He actually just struck a pose. And how about the hustle down the line? And They're just playing faster right now. This is the bottom of the order. This is a great bunt right off the end of the bat. He checked second. That's where he went wrong, and then he lobbed it there. And again, you have the shades. It comes off the shadows and to the sun area. You don't get to pick it up well. Ball ends up on the ground. First and second, expect another bunt here.
Connor Ross, starting second baseman, who had the big hit yesterday against Panama.
Trying to bunt and run. Just stay in the box. Get that ball down. Both guys charging in hard. You, Kim, coming in from the corners. Outfield playing very shallow.
Pulled back, took a strike.
I like the call. They've already done it once. You expect a bunt, they hit it right back up the middle. Corners crashing, why not give it a shot?
To third, Kim to second, Lee will pocket it. They're at the corners with one out.
I thought for a second Kim was just going to run to third base and tag third. There was no chance to get two. Not with the dimensions here in Little League. Instead, he goes after the throw at second. But right here, he could have easily just gone to third. You tag third, get that lead runner. Now you put pressure on Hahn behind the plate to be able to block everything, especially with Jason Meseroba, who already is 1 for 1.
It's the hockey goalie and catcher we told you about. He had a nice opposite field single his first time. Canada came into this thing through 3 games before today with 13 hits total. They have 6 already.
So-Yoon Kim in right field knows he hit it to him last time. He's just trying to fight the sun right now. I've been in that position before. It's not easy.
Pops away from the catcher, no movement. Well, and you've also called enough games here on this field, Eddie, to know that at this time of the day, it often is troublesome in right field.
He just took his shades off because he cannot pick it up once the ball is in the shadow area. So on contact, he can't pick it up. But as soon as that ball's hit in the air, he's going to be in trouble.
Seo-Jun Park's 1-1. It's foul. 1-2. And right field, it's such an issue sometimes with the sun that you asked the Canada coaches pregame about it.
Yeah, the kids don't understand right now. It's lost in, they don't understand English, so the foul was not called immediate, and I don't think Hahn thought that this was a foul ball.
Canada can challenge this if they want. Let's listen to see what we could hear.
Yeah, but I thought that was the sound of the mitt. The catcher, he never made contact.
But if you're Canada and you do want to challenge that it's...
Oh, he swung right over that.
But if you want to challenge that it's not a foul tip, it's not as if the run had come in from third. It was ruled foul.
Right. Runner never tagged home either. It's interesting because he called foul before he could. No, they got it wrong.
Well, Kevin Smith, the first base coach, is asking if he can challenge. See Brad Thorwart come out. But again, I don't know what the upshot of it would be.
The upshot would be that Rend ends up scoring because he was already on the way in. Runner from first goes to second because he was already there. And I think the kids told the story, right? You have the pitcher and the catcher. They knew that it wasn't a foul ball.
And I wonder if the base runner from third did come home and touch home plate.
Oh, they're going to check it.
Let's see how far Ramos, the runner from third, came in.
He would have scored easy, though. Oh, yes, just in case. There's the tap. Good job, John.
Can you assume that? Can you grant the run after a dead ball?
I think you have to. You have to because of the way that the umpire made the call. We might be here a while.
I think we might be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one more left.
I love the kids. Tell me that that's not awesome. You're going to be doing that jingle all day now.
Brad's counting his challenges. They're humming a tune.
Let's take another look.
I don't know why it would be round.
Tell me the ball changed spin. It never did. The
I
ball
agree.
never. And I hope that's what they're looking at. And you see the reaction of Jason saying, I didn't make any contact. But it's rare when you see a swing over a fastball. And that's what happened right there. Usually it's underneath. We patiently wait.
Yeah, we could be here a while.
I told you. And it's an important run. Got the top of the order up. This would be a 1-2 count. The count would stay the same. But all you have to do is look at the spin of the ball. That tells the story. That tells the story.
And this is where you get like a difference between Major League Baseball. It's not like you can go challenge a foul tip in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, again, right, completely different. Catcher just whiffed on it. I think the barrel of the bat was right in his eyesight.
I think from South Korea's perspective, you would say, you called it a dead ball.
Yep.
How can you grant the run? From Canada's perspective, you can say, looking at that, he obviously would have scored.
And then as soon as the call comes in, they're going to have to explain it to their interpreter as well. So this isn't over.
So we have a few minutes. Anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to dig into? A kind of podcast form here? How about the...
I would love to see a picture of our producer as he walked the Mighty Sus today, and he was called Kevin the Cat. It's the morning walk.
Yeah.
That our hierarchy does consistently in the morning.
Our brain trust, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. The ones that are responsible for putting us up in the air. And
they go on a walk every morning. You ran into them very early this morning, and then you gave them a shout out on your radio show.
Gave them a shout out. I mean, look, consistency.
네, 1루 심판한테 한번 물어보세요. 아니야.
Yeah, this is something that doesn't really come up elsewhere in baseball.
I think by the time that we start playing again, the plane has landed in Vancouver.
Daniel Dorwart's plane?
Yeah.
The wife of the manager there, Brad Dorwart.
I just want to say tomorrow I might be wearing a bow.
for Kinley Rasmus?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
We just got word that from replay, they have confirmed it's not a foul ball, which we were expecting. Now they're trying to figure out, can you allow the run to score?
Of course it can. There was no hesitation by the runners. The runners did their job, and he even touched home plate. Even though he was told that it was a foul ball, they read it right. You give the lead runner home, and it will score the 5th run, and then the runner on first should go to second.
My argument would be, why can it be challengeable if the run can't score? Like, why would you even have the ability to challenge it if you're not going to let the run score?
Inside the dugout now.
Get in the dugout.
Inside the dugout.
Get in the dugout.
That feeling I felt when I feel like my arms are going to fall out of the socket when I whiff.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well, that's what. Oh, okay. So, at least your arms are attached. So,
yeah.
Hey, if it doesn't go our way, just go up there and battle, okay, bud? Just battle with that stuff.
Here we go, fellas.
He doesn't look thrilled.
Oh, man, don't tell me they're going to keep the runners there. Then it's the same as if it were a foul ball.
In that case, then, I don't think you should lose a challenge. Well, I guess they wouldn't, because they were correct that it wasn't fouled off. They're going to put the runners back to the time of the pitch, we're being told. So it'll just stay the same first and third.
I understand what they're saying, but right then and there, you can't tell me that the runner would not have scored. I think South Korea has to love the outcome here. They have to love it right now. He's going to turn around and say, really? Okay.
He's going to be fine with it.
He's going to be thrilled with the outcome.
And after 7 minutes or so, he's going to like his lot in life. I mean, I guess you can see both sides of it, right? Like, they called dead ball, the run hadn't scored. But if you're Canada, he was going to score.
Easily. Now it's even tougher for the hitter. You have 2 strikes, you have a runner at third base. And oh, by the way, during this time, the shadows are just a little bit more difficult as well.
Check swing roller at first, Ju to second for 1, and that's all they get on a throw to second and not to the plate. And Ji-Hwan Hong, the shortstop, is kind of talking it over with his first baseman.
Yeah, you have to anticipate when you are an infielder, you think about it. A hard ground ball hit to my right, yes, you go to second. When it's hit right to me, you go home. Especially because you're losing out right now 4-0. Now it's 5-0 when the run scores. You're not going to get the speedster and Jason Manzarova. Throw home. Worst case scenario, the runner goes back to third, but you have to keep it at a 4-run deficit.
Now Felix Hoyano, their 2-hitter. Single to the backside his first time.
And all lost in this with 2 strikes, 1-2 count. What Jason Manzarova did right there. Put the ball in play. Make the defense make a decision.
With the shoulder, he said that might not be feeling great right now.
Is it in the socket?
Chopper at short. Ji-Hwan Hong, big arm. Inning over. Well, that happened. 5-0. Welcome back to the Little League Baseball World Series, presented by T-Mobile. Fly you right into Volunteer Stadium. Third of 4 games today. Great weather on this Tuesday night. Little reset for you as we hit 6 o'clock. The international bracket looks like this. Tomorrow, Nicaragua and Curacao. Winner of that one goes all the way to Saturday's international championship game and the final 4 teams remaining. Japan won earlier today against Mexico. They await the winner of this one. Eduardo Perez, Sebastian Salazar, our entire crew with you. I'm Mike Monaco, and South Korea coming up, down by 5. Shocking. South Korea, when they've come here, 5 of the last 7 times they've reached the international championship. South Korea has won the Little League World Series 3 times.
How about between innings right now? Watch Jason Mesrova right here. Do you think he's taking anything off? Money. Money. That's awesome.
On the bag.
It's just it's the routine. It's don't take a pitch off. Don't take a practice element off completely. And you got to give credit to the coaches.
Isn't it so impressive how this Canada team is coached? I mean, you were asking Brad Dorwart about it that game.
I wanted to know why. Look, it's a huge country, and they represent internationally so well. But the grassroots is where it's at. And I wanted to know why it was always, the last couple of years, it's them. So many little leaguers there. How do they get better? How do they consistently win?
3-1 to a home run hitter in Hyun Bin Han. Just down, 5-pitch walk.
And I've talked so much as well with South Korea in right field, dealing with the sun. Canada has to deal with it as well, but it was interesting what they told us.
Yeah, that they practice on a field where the sun is in a somewhat similar position in terms of the field orientation to how it is here in Williamsport. So they're used to playing right field, looking into the sun, and they also train it hitting fly balls when the sun is in the right fielder's eyes.
100%. And when you play in the Great Northwest, what time does the sun go down? It goes down late. And they're used to this. I mean, this is their element right now. So let's see if they're able to make an adjustment, because there's no panic or stress out there in the outfield, especially from Leo Taggart.
Ball 1 to start to Rio Gil. Yeah, Leo's smiling, he's joking, he's throwing rocks to his center fielder, Kian Sandu. (1-0). Down again, 2-0 to the supersonic speedy Rio Gil. Big fan of Jackson Merrill. Dreams of being a major leaguer. We're talking about these Canada coaches too, and what's so impressive about them. You asked, and Brad Dorwart said that a guy like Kevin Smith, an assistant coach on their staff, said he's been coaching for 25 years. Like, there's experienced coaches who stick in the Little Mountain Little League system. And so they have all these veteran coaches who are willing to just continue and keep coaching these guys and give back.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. It's not just, I mean, this is a full-time job. I give a lot of credit to all the coaches all over the world that are coaching Little League. The time that they spend with the kids.
For all 3 of Canada's coaches, they don't have a kid that's on this team. And they all said it's an advantage. They feel like they operate because of that as really a meritocracy.
Yeah.
Laurie Yip in there. He was the manager of last year's team. Brad Dorwart gets the old Little League promotion. Krupan to the bag for 1. Throw in time for 2.
You have to appreciate what Krupan did there. watch off what foot he threw off. He threw off the right foot, so you're not going to get much on it. Steps on the bag, and he's like, uh-oh. That is just pure arm strength to be able to get it there in time to be able to get Rio on his way there. On the lunge, gets the double play. Athlete.
Made that great backpedaling catch to start the bottom of the first. He rolls that from short. And now strike one to Ha Jun Ju.
None of these kids want hockey season to start yet.
You asked about travel ball.
Yeah.
Decent number of kids on this Canada team, maybe 5 or 6 that played travel ball.
Some of them stopped already. And, you know, they don't do that. They just dedicate it to Little League. Multiple sport athletes. That's what you get. And it's interesting, we went over to the South Korea side, and we're like, so kids play any other sports? They looked at us like we're aliens.
Yes. Only baseball.
That's it.
We were told. Different ways to do it. 1 and 2 on Ju.
I like the multiple sport side, though.
You loved basketball growing up.
Loved basketball. Do you know that I was on the PRTA, Puerto Rico Tennis Association?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I was really good at the clay courts.
We were watching U.S. Open coverage on ESPN2 between games. Of course, we were also watching Phoenix City, Alabama here on ESPN.
Yeah, Serena and Alcaraz together.
Yeah.
Going at it. I cannot wait to get there. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, Ju gets hit by the pitch off the helmet. Looks like the initial signal from the assistant coach was that it got the helmet and avoided much, if any, of the face.
Thank goodness for the protective device as well. Watch the protective device right there. The helmet hits him in the shoulder and then hits the helmet, the top part. But a good job of being able to roll with it. Moneymaker intact.
And just finish hard at the glove, okay, bud? You good? You're good. Hey, you're pitching great. Smile. Oh, that's right. Kevin told you not to smile. That's right. Hey, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on.
So Kevin Smith maybe told John Ramos, the pitcher, not to smile, but Brad Dorrard's such a cheery chap, he was trying to get a smile out of his pitcher.
Yeah, but this impacts. It doesn't matter what level you play in. Anytime you go close to the head on anyone, it gets you. So it's a really good visit. Check on your player. I wouldn't be surprised if the next pitch is way outside.
You knew it. Ball 1 to start out. Ki Hyun Jung.
Oh man, this is my kind of kid. Korean barbecue. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of pitches away now.
You were over in South Korea when the, Dodgers and Padres played there?
Yeah, gained a few pounds there. Not going to lie. The KFC is legit.
Called a strike, 2-1.
And I'm not talking about the Colonel. The Korean fried chicken.
We keep telling ourselves we're going to eat healthy at some point.
Not here.
In the air, foul ground. First baseman Jacob Massel could not find it. Would have been a tough play anyway.
But he would have had an opportunity, and this ballpark plays different than Lamedy. That would have been already in the netting in the stands there in Lamedy, but here you have more foul ball territory at Volunteer. And we've seen some teams where the right fielders, they actually play them on the line because a lot of foul balls are hit in the air. And in the past, teams have been aggressive using that to their advantage.
On the ground at short. Kurz Kurpan off the bare hand. High throw. Ha-Jun Ju gets the windmill around third. South Korea is on the board. Ki-Hyun Jung ends up at third.
Krpan did not field it cleanly, but it popped up right into his right hand. And then he panicked and he just overthrew it. Popped up right there and threw it pretty much with the palm of his hand, and the ball just sailed. And we had this conversation with Team Canada before, and they said we have to limit the errors, because if not, they will capitalize on it right there. A big error ends up scoring one and puts Korea on the board.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing Brad Dorwart said to you. He said, what are the keys to performing better against them today? And he said, we got tagged officially with 3 errors in that game. He said to him it felt like more like 5. Suchan No, the batter, bunts it, and yeah, if he's fully out of the box, he is out. That's a great call by Cameron Bernard.
Comes out of the box. Automatic, rule number 1. Gets hit. Easy. But they're on the boards, 5-1. We'll be back.
Game Changer is the official scorekeeping technology partner of the Little League World Series. Coach smarter, connect live, replay the action on Game Changer, the #1 youth sports app. Live the game like never before. How about those pins right there? Tony La Russa, Luis Gonzalez, World Series hero. Let's check in with Sebastian Salazar.
Hey guys, we got Cruz Krpan getting this Canada team off to a great start. We got Dad Yuta and Mom Tanya here with us. We'll go ladies first. So it's not the first time here in Williamsport. This is year 2 for you guys. How are we feeling?
Really, really good. The dream come true ×2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how have the last few hours been, especially after that game against Panama? That was amazing.
That was incredible. We had so much fun. It was just a huge win for us, and my nerves are really stressed right now, but we're having a great time. Yeah.
We got some images over the weekend of crowded restaurants back home, people watching. I know manager Brad Dorwart's wife, she's watching right now from an airplane. Seems like everybody back home is watching. That must be amazing. What does that feel like as a parent?
Just everyone having our back, and the community in Vancouver. It's just amazing. It's great. Yeah.
All right, Pops, what about you? Year 2, are the nerves any different here second time around?
Not really, no. Cool as a cucumber. Not worried at all. Yeah. Positive energy, and that's it.
We got Cruz up at bat here, but boy, he's been really impressive with his glove. I know the last one got away, but that glove has been great throughout this tournament.
Yeah, it has. He's been playing really well. Proud of the kid. Just a proud dad, proud moment. So really having a blast here.
Is that something that he's focused on in the last year? Because it really seems like it's a strength of his game.
Yeah. You know what? He loves the game. He loves sports. He loves it all and works on it a lot. Plays a lot in the backyard and plays with his friends, and yeah, he enjoys it. I don't have to force it on him. Self-motivated kid.
Real quick, because I know you want to lock in on the at-bat here, but Little Mountain, there's something special happening there. 3 trips here in the last 5 years. Can you put your finger on it?
It's a special place. It's a group of kids from the same neighborhood, and the community is incredible. There's not much more I can say. Everybody there is like family. Everybody supports each other. These boys have been playing together since they were 4 years old. It's a special place, and you feel it when you're there at Little Mountain. And a shout out to everybody that's watching back home and supporting us. It means a lot.
That's right. We appreciate the ratings too, guys. Back to you.
Sebastian, great stuff with Tanya and Yoda. Really cool.
Yeah, really cool. Just fantastic the way that the community gets together around and rallies around the kids.
Cruz Capan with the strikeout there. Shaw Hasko coming up. Hasquatch, the nickname for the 5'10", 11-year-old. Shaw Hasko blasted that home run Saturday against Australia. 3-run shot. Sebi told you earlier. First home run for any player on any Canadian team at the Little League World Series in almost 10 years.
Wow. And he knew it as soon as he hit it. Right arm went up.
We met his parents the other day, Kivo and Shazana. So proud of their son. They were so emotional when he homered in that game to stay alive.
He was fantastic during the Little League Classic as well. We had him on the mic.
Ground ball to short. Ji Hwan Hong is fluid.
Whoa. That's different. That was smooth. You talk about fundamentals of being able to catch a ground ball. Watch how he funnels this and then he follows the throw. Funnels it right to the center of the body. Transfers it there. Takes it out, then follows the throw. That is beautifully done. Textbook.
Like, it's not basketball, follow your miss, but it's kind of a similar idea, right? You like go after it, get through the throw.
Get through it. The 6 F's from Perry Hill. If you don't know him, Google him.
Kian Sandhu takes strike 1. He had one of those singles of the 5 straight to start the game. Do you build many model tanks and planes in your spare time?
Call them Legos?
Nothing in 2 from Sojun Park. Han wants it up, and that's where Sojun Park goes. 1, 2, 3. Sojun Park bookends it with a couple Ks, an 11-pitch inning. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Well, visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Let's check in with Sebi.
Mike, can we give a nod to the Korean moms that have made the trip here to Williamsport? Obviously, like 30-plus hours in transit just to get here, but if you want to call this a vacation, you better call it a working vacation because these ladies have been cooking. You'll remember on Friday we were treated to some of the leftovers from the huge Korean meal prepared on Thursday night for the boys. Well, these moms did not stop there. They prepared another big meal Saturday and then again yet another massive meal last night. And there's only like 7 or 8 of them, so it's a small group putting in a big shift for their boys. I spoke to one of them, Jae-Hyun Mang, and he was excited to see his parents, but he was very excited to eat some Korean food because in his words, it made him feel closer to home. Let's see if that home cooking sparks a comeback here for the boys from West Seoul.
No leftovers this time?
If we're being greedy, someone can tell us.
There's no shame in my game.
This is the guy that Sebastian was just talking about, Jae-Hyun Mang. 4-pitch walk. He gets aboard. The lineup will turn over this inning. Did you see the sushi we had from not a member of Team Japan's party, but just a fan of Team Japan?
That's wonderful. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
We sure did.
No leftovers there either, huh?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This will be fun.
Pitching change. Yeah. Kid! Hey. Oh, jeez. Hey. Hey, goodbye, John. Wait, it was so hard. Hey. Hey, you smile. Hey, did you get that fastball going?
That's pretty cool. We've heard that a few times from Canada when a pitcher is coming out of the game. They do a little cheer. As Jacob Massel, one of the players for Canada, said the other day, why wouldn't you have fun? You're playing baseball with your best buddies in the world. As we welcome you back at the Little League World Series, Eduardo Perez, Mike Monaco with you. That is a really fun Canada team. I've been calling them North America's team. They're the underdog. They keep playing well. Let's zoom out big picture with this tournament. We've been here a lot in the international bracket. Curacao, Nicaragua, they're the unbeaten teams. What else jumps out to you in these games?
Just the athletes right now. That's going to be an interesting game. I think 2 teams that have won differently. Nicaragua has won. A lot of people are wondering, how are they still 2-0, right? But they're going to have a big arm going tomorrow and from the left side. And then you look at the athleticism of Ryan from Curacao, what's going to give, and I think it's going to be big. That team then moves on to Saturday's game, and the loser then has to face whoever wins here today. So it's going to be interesting.
And then you think about the United States side of things too. So in that same Wednesday game that we have right there between Nicaragua and Curacao, the U.S. version of that is Nevada and Iowa. Those teams seem to be in great shape. Yeah, Iowa, I mean, they seem to be a power, especially with maybe the superstar of this event in Cooper Tisson.
Yeah, Cooper Tisson's a different breed, and it's a live fastball. It just moves late. As a hitter, you struggle catching up to it, plus the length. Just imagine if we had StatCast for the kids here. He'd be right on you from the left side.
Well, John Ramos, the parts, did really good work. Kid who, again, is new to pitching, new to playing on a team of this caliber, has grown so much. Gets them into the third, and now hands the baseball to Kian Sandu. You heard Brad Dorwart summon from center field. Ji-Hoo Lee waggling the bat, and ball 1 to start. Brad Dorwart says that Kian Sandu likes the spotlight, wants to make plays for the team. Can do it now on the mound. 2-0.
Oh, they're going to force him to throw strikes here. This is a mandatory take 2-0. Ji-Hoo Lee, he's the 12th in the order here before they turn it around. This is a great opportunity right now for South Korea representing Asia Pacific.
Just outside.
That's close, man. But it's been consistent. Cameron Bernard behind the plate. It's a tight zone.
Four-pitch walk. 2 free passes, and now back to the top of South Korea's order, and this is go time for them.
And it doesn't matter what level of ball you play. You give free passes, you give errors, runs will score. The high stress has to break somewhere. And right now, second time around the order, different pitcher. And South Korea is trying now to dent the score.
Sojun Park moved today to the leadoff spot.
Oh, he's on top of the plate. Talk about crowding the plate.
He's smothering it.
That's a great job. First 2 pitches right down the middle. Let's see where he stands now. 0-2. Still on it. He's got that big toe out of the box.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Kian Sandu spins one for the first out.
Good job right there, Cameron Bernard, letting the players know immediately. Big strikeout. Get the leadoff hitter to chase. He was taking 0-1 as well. You put him behind the 8 ball, and that's because the ability of being able to throw strikes right there played.
So 1 down, and here's Ji-Won Kim. Walked his first time. Big fan of Ken Griffey Jr. He bunts, Sandu gloves, gets the out against the fast-running Ji-Won Kim for out number 2.
Korean style of play, even down 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Your 2-hole hitter, one of your best hitters, lays it down, moves the runners over, forcing the defense to make the play. Sandu does the right thing, gets the out.
How carefully do you pitch the superstar for South Korea, Ji-Hwan Hong?
Make him chase. But the thing is, you can't throw it in the dirt, though. I just stand way outside right now. That's good right there. Nice block. He's a goalie in hockey. And he stayed low. Nothing was getting through that.
Is it worth just putting him on?
The problem is you put him on, you have the tying run coming up to the plate. And you do have some power with Ji-Won Kim, who is on deck as well. And took it personal because he was the starting pitcher of the game.
3-0, but I think Kian Sandu kind of executing the way he wants to.
Yeah. I call this the intentional, unintentional walk.
Yeah.
Just add to it. Double up on the unintentional.
There's a strike. Everything away.
Yeah, that one he took some off. Little spin. He can't make the mistake right now just going down the middle. Go down and away, and if you miss, you miss. But don't give him a cookie.
A walk. Careful with the star Ji-Hwan Hong, who's already homered here. Loaded up, tying run to the plate for Ji-Won Kim. Got a good defense chant breaking out in a baseball game from the Canada fans.
What you need first is strike one. It's a dangerous hitter.
Juwan Kim struck out his first time on a breaking ball swinging. Now faces Kian Sandhu. First pitch. Strike on the edge.
Well, that edge was not there earlier, and now with the bases loaded, it is.
Oh, the runner at first fell down on a secondary.
That's a purpose ball. He's out.
Safe.
I don't know if he tagged him or not, but that right there is a trick play by South Korea. Forced the throw, and the runner at third then jumps. He had not tagged him yet, but he tagged him in the arm, I believe. Watch the extended arm. This is a good angle. I don't think we'll be able to appreciate it from here, but that left arm, did he tag him right there? The knee blocks it.
Did Jason Mezaroba graze the arm?
Yes. From there, hard to appreciate. That's tough to appreciate from there. Oh, I got him out.
I don't see any.
I got him out right there.
I agree. I don't see any separation between the glove and the bright yellow compression sleeve.
So your call is?
Out for me.
I got him out.
I think we both thought it was out in real time too. The whole sequence was interesting. Ji Hwan Hong, the runner from first, was leading off the bag. He went down. You say it's a trick play.
To me, it's a trick play. And it's trying to steal runs. Watch the athletic runner at first base. Look at this. Whoop. He falls. It's on purpose. Great acting. And then you take the lead to try to steal a run. You force the throw behind him, and then you have havoc and chaos.
Out at the plate. Wow, so you bunt with your two-hitter, and then you take that risk with your cleanup hitter with the bases loaded.
That's on the coaches. That's not on the kids. Coaches taking charge. You place the tag right there. Mezaroba, nothing gets by my goalkeeper.
This underdog story continues for Canada. They got a dramatic win yesterday against a favored Panama team. Canada in that game had been no hit into extra innings. They got 3 runs in the 7th yesterday. They put up a 4 spot in the first inning on South Korea today. We go to the 4th inning, and Canada is trying to win what would be its 3rd game here at the Little League World Series.
If they thought that they were a huge underdog in the last game, I've got a story for you. They're 9 outs away.
Leo McTaggart leads it off against Sojun Park. This is a South Korea team that through an 8-game stretch gave up 1 run. They gave up 1 run after that in their next game against Curacao. So in a 9-game stretch, this South Korea team had given up 2 total runs. In the Asia Pacific tournament, in the 6 games there, and then in the first 3 games South Korea had played here. And old Lil Mountain Little League puts up a 4 spot on them in the first and 5 through 3 innings.
That was a straight ambush, what they did in the first inning. I mean, it was barrel after barrel after barrel.
And there's 2 sides to this, right? It's an incredible underdog story of these kids playing so well on the big stage, their backs against the wall. Flip side for South Korea, 2 games in a row where they've pulled their starting pitcher after 3 batters faced. So maybe second guessing themselves. And then right there in the 3rd inning, they bunted with their leadoff hitter. They bunted with their number 2 hitter. And then bases loaded with their cleanup hitter. They ran a trick play that ended up, in essence, handing Canada 3 outs.
How many times do you see a trick play being run when you're down 4 runs and you're playing for 1, trying to create a little chaos? And what they did was they bailed Canada out.
Strike 3 call. Backdoor breaking ball gets Leo McTaggart. Well, follow these amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure by downloading the Little League World Series app. There you can watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more. Of course, it's available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. I'd like to get some good footage of your golf swing.
Working on it.
What'd you get, 27 holes yesterday?
And a foul ball.
That was a great catch.
And a foul ball. Feel free, Truck, to
roll that footage.
Feel free. Don't be rolling the one I missed.
I think we should see both.
It's a redemption story.
In the spirit of reciprocity. Daniel Huang, who dreams of retirement, buzzes the tower behind the plate.
You learn from your mistakes. That's all I got for you.
All right, so 2-part act, 2-part story here.
That's my first experience. I tried to 2-hand it. Big mistake. And I had a pen in my hand. I had a foreign object there. Can I see the redemption story? Beautiful strike out there. First out and second.
Oh, they're making you wait for the,
they are.
The redemption. Kevin Clark says in my ear, oh, that one we didn't clip off.
Kevin the Cat. Keep purring, buddy. Keep purring.
Well, here's Jacob Massel. Walked his first time. The heartbeat of this team.
His last at-bat, second time he faces Park, he really took some pitches, close pitches, to work the walk. I just realized why I missed that one. I had a pen in my hand, foreign object. Can't happen.
Stay back, bud.
That makes me feel pessimistic about my chances to ever catch one.
And I don't know why I hold the pen when I don't keep score.
Should we compare our scorekeeping in this one?
Hey, man.
You have a supercomputer of a brain. I don't.
This is it.
1-2 on Jacob Massel. Bouncer at third, and Massel reaches. In between for Juwon Kim.
Yeah, he was caught in between, did not know if he had to charge it or go back. And his second decision was the best. He was going to come in, ball hits through, you're supposed to come in. But he has to know the speed of the runner. And right there, he decides, oh, I have to go back. Too late, the ball eats him up. That'll go down as an error.
Massel out for the second time, and now Lucas Eisen takes ball, or strike one rather.
They're not going to roll the tape. They really don't have it.
That's kind of cold. Nothing at 2 on Lucas Eisen. You could use like a foul ball or 2 here to prolong the inning and maybe see the footage if it's successful, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell our director to roll tape on the way out.
Strike 3 called. Here's your chance. Do they have the footage?
Roll tape, fellas. Roll tape. We're out like in 5 seconds. Here we go, fellas. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on. Come on now. Act like.
Welcome back to the Little League Baseball World Series presented by T-Mobile. This is the third of 4 games today. Day 7, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Will be down to 8 teams left by the end of the night. And who's going to stick around between Bayonne, New Jersey and Hamilton, Ohio?
It's going to be a good game.
About 15 minutes away from coverage starting in that one at Lamade Stadium.
Boone Treadway is going to go be on the mound for Ohio.
That's quite a setup right there.
Yeah.
Double eye black, 3 hats.
And a pretzel.
Triple sunglasses.
And a pretzel.
Kian Sandu goes back to work against Juwon Kim, the cleanup man who had been at the plate for South Korea when they ran into an out at home plate to end that inning. outfield foul end of the bat.
New one, Jason. New one.
Like they were on a first name basis, umpire and catcher.
Oh, yeah. And Jason's been really good behind the plate. And I think umpires love catchers that are able to protect the umpires as well, receive. Let's not forget the one knee down, too. You don't see that a lot in Little League.
Pitch framing expert Jason Mezaroba. The young Benito Santiago. Do you have any good chatter with umpires at the plate or on the base pads?
Oh, all the time.
Any favorites?
I was obviously raised in the major league ballparks and stuff, so I would always have a really good relationship with the umpires ever since I was a kid. And it was from the days of Frank Poli and John McSherry. Those balls weren't even close. Keep an eye on this inning. I think it's an important inning for Team Korea. You get the middle of the order, 4, 5, 6 coming up right now. You get that walk. That's going to play huge into the decisions made here, and let's listen in.
Hey, so hey, bud. You're just overthrowing a little bit, right? Your head's doing this again. You're dipping down. So remember, keep your head on his mitt here. Hey, give him a little higher target, right? Yeah, I know. Just hit the target, stride it out, finish hard at the end. Okay, bud? Breathe. You're good. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Take a breath. Take a breath. You're good. Yeah,
Know where the camera is at all times. Read the red light. Read the red light. That is awesome right there. Jason behind the plate. Court awareness. Did you see the facial expressions?
You just get a sense of how smart he is by knowing that. Watched enough to know where the cameras are, where they're coming from. And then strike one.
I guarantee you he knows that that's camera 9. Watch him. Open that mouth. Take out that tongue.
Do-Yoon Kim, dribbler. Kian Sandu, lead runner. One away. Hey, college football goes international for week 0. Saturday on ESPN. Oh, gotta love that music, hearing it again. North Carolina faces TCU in Dublin, the Emerald Isle at noon Eastern. Then NC State at Virginia in Charlottesville. Then hop over to ABC, Alabama A&M against Howard, 7:30 Eastern. Everything available on the app, too.
Who's calling that Dublin game?
I know Jordan Rogers is the analyst and Dana Boyle is the sideline reporter.
And you will be on the call.
Cannot wait. Year 2 for Bill Belichick. Year 5 for Sonny Dykes. With a Harvard transfer, a quarterback for TCU, Jaden Craig, that people are really excited about.
You are coming in hot. Direct flight from Williamsport?
I wish. Maybe on Eduardo Airlines. We will be there, ready to go. You been to Ireland?
I have not.
You're a world traveler. Hyun Bin Han, 3-0 after he walked his first time. You said keep an eye on this inning.
Keep an eye on this inning. Again, they're going to be patient. We've seen already them draw walks. They've knocked on the door last time, and they were bailed out by them trying to make a trick play.
Good stab by Mezaroba, but a 4-pitch walk. 2 on. Does Canada have enough pitching to get to the finish line?
That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen, but with 1 out, runners at first and second, we already saw that they are capable of doing anything. Batter showing bunt, but Willie, he is back in the plate. I don't think he will.
Strike one. You're right, it's such good court awareness from Jason Mezaropa, the catcher. Winner of this one plays tomorrow against Japan. He beat Mexico today. Nothing at 2.
Yeah. One thing you can always learn, especially with a team that's fundamentally sound like South Korea, is when they are going to bunt, they'll move up in the plate. They understand what their duty is. When they are back in the plate and they show bunt, no chance are they going to try to lay one down.
Oh, big carom away. Now second and third. And a big turnaround third, but the first baseman, Jacob Massel, got to it.
Good communication there by Massel, being able to let him know. Oh, man, he's been so good getting it down, and this one hit him right square in the knee. Right between the pads as well.
Mezaropa got dinged up the other day. He's been kind of the quintessential catcher here. Jammed that thumb that you saw is wrapped up on his left hand when he took a fastball off the glove. You got to be really cool to wear your hat like that.
I just don't put it past him being a little pain and just having a little awareness on the camera where it's at too. He's fine. It's a hockey player. He's a goalkeeper.
Yeah, we've said this before. His manager, Brad Dorwart, says Jason is the toughest player on the team. Yeah, also plays hockey competitively. His favorite video game is EA Sports NHL. Favorite sport to watch is hockey. He loves Dustin Wolf, Calder Trophy runner-up for the Calgary Flames. And he is hockey and catcher tough.
Well, they're going to look for the strikeout here. Do Canada. You got a 1-2 count, 1 out.
So with the infield in and the corners even further in, Rio Gil still squaring. 1-2. Good stop by Mezaropa. Mezaropa fires one back at his pitcher. He was a little frustrated with that pitch.
I'll tell you this, down, you're up 5-1. I am surprised the infield's in.
Just take out number 2?
Yeah, just take out number 2, concede the run. You have a runner at second base. You want to at least try to keep that ball in the infield and not let him advance. Anything on the ground, we'll see if South Korea even goes on contact or not.
Outside, they're loaded. Tying run to the plate again for South Korea. Tense moments for Canada. Ha Jun-ju in the box. Infield still in.
He's got power. Got to get strike 1.
There it is. Curveball.
Right in his back pocket, he's able to land the breaking ball.
Oh, 1. Caught and a miss. Nothing in 2.
Do you go with another breaking pitch? You have to be careful here because pitchers tend at any level to now try to throw a better one. Sometimes they hang it or they throw it straight in the dirt. Oh, he tried to go fastball. That's a gutsy pitch right there. Sped up the bat. I'm all in right now on a breaking pitch. I'm all in on it.
Sped it up enough to do so.
Yes. Now, a great call would be a fastball up in the zone, just in case he's looking for something soft.
0-2. There's the breaking ball for Chase. 2 down.
When you need it, it's there. After a walk to load the bases, Uncle Charlie showed up north of the border, coming in hot, and then gets a strikeout.
As our dear friend Ben McDonald would say, and Uncle Charlie's on the pass list.
Yes, he is.
Ki-Hyun Jung now. Outside ball 1 with nowhere to put it.
I'll tell you this, I am surprised he went with a fastball. He showed a lot better control with the breaking pitch. Land strike 1, then you can play around with it. Last time Korea was in this same situation.
Called a strike, 1-1.
They ran themselves into the 3rd out, trying to make a trick play. A little bit more speed on the bases right now than last time.
Off the end of the bat, Sandhu stabs, inning over.
Walking the thin line, Sandhu pulling his best Houdini act. Canada right now shocking South Korea.
Kian Sandhu up to the task again for Vancouver. Heck of a ball game in our 3rd of 4 games here at the Little League World Series. We go to the 5th inning with Canada up on South Korea 5-1 with a wave of elimination games here today in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania at the Little League World Series. Still one more nightcap to come up at Lamade Stadium, moments away from that one in what has been impressive so far from Canada. Christine, thank you. We welcome those of you now watching on ESPN2. Also, for those of you watching on ESPN, that's where this game will continue until its completion over on ESPN2. Like Monaco, Eduardo Perez, Sebastian Salazar with you. And on ESPN, let's get you up the hill to Carl Ravitch and company. So Canada by 4 here, Eddie. They just keep playing the right way, and South Korea still searching for that big hit.
And South Korea knocking on the door. This game is far from over. Every inning is going to be a gauntlet for Canada. This is why it's important that they are able to get more runs on the board. They cannot stop and think that they are safe with a 4-run lead.
For those of you just joining us, Canada trying to pull off another upset. They did so yesterday against Panama, 3-2 in 7 innings. Going to extras. They've been no hit through 6. Today they come out against South Korea, who had only given up 2 runs in its last 9 games. And Canada promptly put up a 4 spot in the first inning with 5 straight hits to begin. Sojun Park working for South Korea against John Ramos, starting pitcher today for Canada. To center at Rio Gill. 1 down. Canada added that run in the second. No more insurance since then.
No more insurance, but it's been them playing the defense, making the plays that they've had to. They've got 1 error, and it was a throwing error where they were able to score a run from.
Ball 1 to start to Connor Matsuda. Good vibes seem to follow around this Canada team. 2-0.
I guarantee you Connor is about to show bunt again. He isn't going to bunt. He's going to show it.
Did drop down a bunt in the second. He's capable and content to make Sojun Park prove to him he'll throw him a strike. Like that. Lori Yip, assistant coach for this team from Vancouver, giving the signs. Slice foul, 2-2. Winner of this plays tomorrow against Japan. Connor Matsuda from a family that sent 2 cousins to play here too, with a nearby Little League in the Vancouver area, Hastings Little League. Down, full count, some frustration shown by the pitcher Sojun Park.
And a good job right now of Matsuda being able to force it all the way to 3-2. 72 pitches right now for Park.
Pop foul.
A lot more pitches than what they thought they were going to need out of Park. South Korea thinking that Canada was going to be a walkover. Did not start them. And out of the gates, Canada changing the narrative.
So 8 strikeouts for Sojun Park and 2 down here. Now Connor Ross broke up that no-hitter yesterday against Panama on what looked like a check swing from him. He said after the game it was not a check swing, so we will take his word for it. Single into center, got it all going for Canada in that 3-run 7th inning. Only hit of the game. Panama leaves here 2 games, 2 losses, only gave up 2 hits total.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It just tells you how important it is to, one, not walk guys and play defense.
They gave up 6 runs on 1 hit to Nicaragua, and then the 3 runs on 1 hit to Canada. Super talented Panama team. Sojun Parks 1-2, swing and a miss. He breezes through a 1-2-3, top of the 5th inning. South Korea has been threatening. So far, just the 1 run. Can they mount something here? And they put up 4 in the first.
Yeah, and they barreled a lot of them, too. And it was pretty much shock and awe that Canada did to South Korea early on. Barrel after barrel. The kids kept taking left turns and sliding, getting that uniform dirty. And then in 3rd inning, with the attempted trick play, you fall. With the cleanup hitter on, they try to steal a run down 4, and guess what? The tag was made upon replay. We go to the 4th.
Incredible how they continue to get out of jams. Kian Sandu got the strikeouts and then the comebacker, and then talked with his coaches.
Fantastic. Hey, you got out of that. Right? You got out of it.
Hey, come on, boy. Hey, come on. Keep going. Come on, horse. Okay. Hey, let's go.
He did get out of it, indeed, against South Korea. Now he gets 10, 11, 12 in their lineup. So really important, can he get through this 5th inning without any trouble, and then whatever he's got left for the 6th?
Well, they're hoping that he can. He's got 40 pitches in right now.
Line drive center. Daniel Huang is there. Almost overran it.
Almost did it. That's
his heart skipped a beat.
No need to break it down. He just did it on his own. Well done, Daniel. Woo!
That is the beauty of this event.
Sometimes you just have to lay out.
Strike 1 to Jae-Hyun Meng. Soccer player who walked his first time. Fan of Paul Skeens and Jacob Mizorowski. If he won the lottery, he says he would eat as much delicious food as he wanted.
Last time he got on a walk. And that's the same thing he's trying to attempt to do now. You got the top of the order in the hole.
Jason Mezaroba telling Kian Sandu to settle down.
Hey, buddy, this game's far from over. Cameron Bernard behind the plate has not called that all day. He has not called it all day.
Very clearly, Kian Sandu wanted it. That's a strike, full count.
That was a full take as well. They know they need base runners. They got their big bats up. Both coaches letting them know, do not chase.
In the air to right. Into the sun, Leo McTaggart. No problem.
See how he went sideways on it? And that is experience. He gets on the side of the ball, and this is what they were talking about. Fly ball, sun's to your right, so played at an angle. He does exactly that, and it's nowhere near. Mouth open as an outfielder. Great outfielders always with mouth open. Always.
Why?
And this was something that Jimmy Edmonds told me. And also Eddie Rodriguez, our coach with the Angels. He said, when you run and you have your mouth open, the ball does not appear to bounce up there. You can clearly see it the entire time. And the great hitters, look at them. Always with mouth open. It's a natural instinct.
And hitters, too, to keep their head level?
Relaxed. Hitters, yes. I was always biting my lip. But you look at Aaron Judge. You look at the elite.
Man, that's 400 level stuff from Leo McTaggart.
Yeah.
1-2 on Ji-Hoo Lee. Just got a piece. And then why the diagonal footwork? It just helps you cut through the sun better?
Well, the sun's going to be on your right. So if you catch it in front, you're facing the sun. When you get to the side angle of it, the sun is nowhere near anywhere where you are looking at the ball.
So good. Off the end of the bat, just past the mound, tough play, Connor Ross, and Sandu got it there in time.
I got him safe. Kenneth Fitz calls him out, but I think even the kids from Canada think he was thought he was safe. Great attempt.
Oh yeah. So this will be very quick, despite the best efforts of Kian Sandu.
Yep.
Now you get to turn the lineup back to the top for South Korea to Sojun Park.
Yeah, this should be quick. I mean, just look up here, I'll tell you.
You got a good line of sight to those guys. You just give them the one way or another. You said it. Canada knew it too.
Yeah.
How loose is this team?
Well, it's they've got court awareness right now, and they know what the score is. But look, it can turn in a hurry. You got the top of the order coming up now. Even though you have 2 outs, you're in a great position. But little infield singles like this can make a huge difference.
Safe at first. Jacob Massel was talking after the game the other day. He acknowledged that this South Korean team is good at batting, good at pitching. He said pretty much good at everything. But he said he's got a team of dogs, and he said, what's better than playing baseball with all of your best friends?
Well, those dogs were barking in the first inning.
Now it's back to the top for South Korea. You know you're going to get these top 4 up at least. And the top 4 in this lineup at the Little League World Series are combined 12 for 29. This guy, Sojun Park, 3 for 6, but 0 for 2 today.
Sandu keeps pumping in strikes. Focus on hitting, bud.
That's a strike, 0-2. Such a great pitch with how Korea crowds the plate. Effectively outside the box.
Yeah, he is.
The umpire typically would stop this.
That's unfortunate. He's showing bunt like that, and he's trying to crowd the plate, maybe to try to get hit, knowing that you have Ji-Won Kim, the number 2 hitter, next. It's already hard enough as it is to hit.
Heard a few times in our first game today where the umpire did stop it in moments like this where the batter is over the line. Swing and a miss. It doesn't bother Kian Sandu or Canada. Vancouver keeps on cruising.
They're 3 outs away, and this first out of the inning was made by that kid right there, Daniel Wong. Give me the smile. Show me the pearly whites.
The Little League Baseball World Series is presented by T-Mobile. The Little League World Series hits different with T-Mobile. The steely focus and intensity of Jason Mezaroba has powered Canada.
I was trying to wipe the bee off the monitor. Did you see it on the monitor?
No, I missed it right there.
That was fantastic.
How about this for Canada at the Little League World Series? They got the win against Panama in thrilling fashion, trying to win for just the 2nd time ever against the regions of Asia / what it is now, Asia Pacific, and seeking 3 wins at one Little League World Series for only the 2nd time. They have the top of their order here, starting with Jason Mezaroba against the new pitcher, Ha-Jun Ju for South Korea. Mezaroba singled to start the big top of the first with the 5 straight hits and the 4 runs. Now can Canada add on, because you know you have 2, 3, and 4 coming in the next half inning for South Korea.
Yeah, this is important. Top of the order here for Canada has to do some damage just to get some jugular runs. That's what Joe Madden used to call it. Give me some jug runs, add-on runs. Make it easier on your pitching staff, and at the same time demoralize the opponent.
Ha-Jun Juice, 2-2. Soars up. Good patience from Canada again. So many great contributors on this Canada team. Mezaroba and Hoyano and Kripan. Haskell. Sandu has come up big today. Huang's been steady in the outfield. Massel has starred. Bunch of different contributors. Matsuda and Ross yesterday. Ramos pitching today. Just a total team effort here in Williamsport.
It really has. And look, the defense has shined as well. And they knew it. They knew coming in that they could hang with the South Korea team, but they had to play clean baseball.
Hung on to by Hyunbin Han. Hey, ESPN is the home of MLB.tv. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand with the ESPN app. Blackout and other restrictions apply. And for more info, go to ESPN.com/MLB.tv. So one down. Now Felix Hoyano. We just heard some chants of "We want ice cream." Canada was promised ice cream by their manager, Brad Dorwart, if they got 4 runs.
Well, Todd Frazier is also on the hook here.
Yeah. Let's go to Sebi.
Ice cream really has been the fuel behind this offense. Coach Dorwart was telling me before the last game that back in districts, the offense wasn't going great. He told the kids he'd do push-ups for every run that they scored. That didn't get things going, so he tried something else. Told the team if they scored 3 runs in the next inning, they'd get ice cream, and of course, it worked. Boys were locked in, engaged, chanting, as you just heard, "We want ice cream" in the dugout as the bats got hot. And ever since then, when this team needs a boost, Coach dangles the carrot, or cone, if you will, in front of his team. He did say he's out about $65, though, after springing for yesterday's ice cream here on the grounds. And the boys were quick to remind both me and him he's still on the hook for the 4th spot versus Australia, plus the 5 runs today. So win or lose here, there's ice cream and a lot of it in this team's future.
Well, Sebi, what's your flavor? What's your go-to?
Me?
I'm a mint chocolate chip kind of guy. That's my go-to, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Cookie dough every single time. Hit well to right. Full count.
Remember I said earlier, a lot of fly balls in the foul ball territory here. Something that's different than Lamade, where there is not much foul ball territory. And some teams play the right fielder right where he is right now because of all that expanded zone.
What's your flavor?
I go straight. Give me a little, just give me straight chocolate. I keep it simple.
Great spot, bottom of the zone, 2 down.
I mentioned Joe Madden. He's grew up in his hometown here in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, just down the road.
Well, 2 outs, bases empty. Cruz Kripan. And the 2-run single in the first. He's played a great shortstop, as you heard Sebi talking about earlier with Cruz's parents. Canada's lead is 4. Will it be enough in the next half inning? Winner of this one gets Japan tomorrow. Japan chilling. They had a quick turnaround after their game yesterday. We asked what they did. They went and watched the Alabama win last night. That game ended at about 9:20 p.m. local time. Boys were up at 7 a.m. today enjoying breakfast. What a piece of hitting right there by Cruz Kripan.
1-1 count. Oh, you get the other smile right there. That's eye contact with the parents too. That last one. This is a pitch down and away. Boom. Just protect. Filet right to right field. Put that nose into it.
It's Dustin Pedroia. This comes up and in and hits Shaw Haskell, who's aboard for the second time.
He didn't even rub it. Right there. No biggie. Right above the...
Well, it's interesting looking ahead for Canada. If they can finish this off, you play tomorrow, you bring back two key pieces. The guys who coming into the summer were pegged as their best pitchers. Cruz Crupan and Felix Hoyano. Two guys who were here last year with this Little Mountain Little League. Other guys have stepped up since, like Jacob Massel, but those two were supposed to be the guys. Both also dealt with injuries. For instance, Cruz Crupan, who worked yesterday, he hadn't pitched since May when he came on yesterday.
Well, Japan's taking a look right now at both teams, just in case. I love advices from Mom. I really do.
1-1 to Kian Sandu. He did swing hard. Nice footwork from Lori Yip down in the third base coach's box.
Good feet, happy feet.
Hum now.
Oh, yeah.
The old railway electronic technician, Lori Yip. Manager of this team last year. Two out, two on. Canada by 4, top 6. In on the hands. And put away by Juwon Kim. Canada trying to get to the finish line. Last chance for South Korea, 2, 3, and 4. Kian Sandu took over on the mound in the 3rd inning, and he's been huge.
He really has, and when the bases are congested, he came up big with the breaking pitch, down in the zone, getting the chases, and defensively, they were making the plays. Emotionally, this team has been on a high because Sandu has given them 3 innings of 1-hit ball, no runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts.
That is a Little League line. You just navigate the patience of South Korea. You avoid hard hit balls and you get through 3 innings.
And he really has been able to avoid the storm. But I'll tell you this. I had to hear the parents. I'll tell you this. This is now the top of the order. They will put pressure on Sandu. They've already seen him once. Let's see how they adjust the second time.
2, 3, and 4, as we said, starting with Jiwon Kim. Ball 1 to start. South Korea has not been tested in a way like this very much. They went 6-0 in the region tournament to win Asia Pacific. They clinched that almost 2 months ago now. It was right around the 4th of July. They won all 6 games there. 5 straight blowouts and shutouts. And then they beat Taiwan 3-1 in the title game. 7-0 win here in their opener against Canada last Wednesday. 5-0 against Czechia on Friday. Sunday, the 1-0 loss to Curacao. And now gave up 5 runs tonight to Canada.
Yeah, they're in uncharted territory right now, and I was curious to find out how they were going to be able to emotionally bounce back.
Hong Jip Kim, the manager, coming here, he noted how this team ended a long drought for the country to get back for the first time since 2019. In the air, left center field, and that plugs the gap and gets to the wall. Jiwon Kim slams on the brakes with a leadoff double.
And that was a good hold right there. You cannot make that third out at third, because you're down 4. All you need is base runners. Just continue to put the pressure. This is the hardest ball that South Korea's hit in the game tonight. And on a 2-1 pitch, hits it to left center field. You got the best hitter up, but right now you don't pitch around him, you go after him. If he hits a home run, so what? It's 5-3.
They've been careful with Ji-Hwan Hong so far. South Korea's star, who's walked twice, including in the 3rd inning against Kiin Sandu. Away to start.
They always say the hardest inning to pitch, the hardest outs to get is the last one. The last 3. Can Sandu do it?
2-0, very careful.
And the why? The heartbeat, just a lot faster. The anticipation, a lot heavier. I like what he just did. He took a step back, got back in, tried to regroup.
And that got him back around the zone.
Anyone else in the lineup, they were taking 2-0. He's the only bat that pretty much has the green light at any count.
This guy in Ji-Hwan Hong, who at one point this year homered in 4 straight games. He is their leader. 3-1.
He's been under pressure the entire game. Why not one more inning?
Tried to spin him. 5-pitch walk, and Ji-Hwan Hong fires up his dugout. Tying run is on deck.
That pitch is pretty close. And you look at Jason Mazraba, he wanted it.
Here comes Brad Dorwart, who, by the way, his wife has landed, so she's back watching.
Smile. Hey, you're good. You're good. Here. Can I talk to you? Hey, so breathe, relax. Hey, where's that smile? Ah, boy. It's okay. Flash multiple signs. Well, that's what they were saying. But anyway, take the first sign, okay? That he gives you. First sign. Hey, breathe. You're good. Let's go. Come on, guys. There you go. Hey. No. Let's just get the outs here. Come on.
Interesting. So a little sign security there.
And at the same time, distract them. Give them something else to think about. No, he's been here before. Already in this game a couple times. Bases occupied. Good to see a smile on his face.
Juwon Kim couldn't hold up on the first pitch breaking ball.
I forget last time it was breaking ball after breaking ball against Kim. Hard to hold back.
Ian Sandu's dad watching. Said he's done it before and he can and will do it again.
That pitch right there is an excellent pitch. Gets him off a little bit, the breaking pitch. He's on the plate. Let's see if he goes back.
Oh. He's 11. His breaking ball is awesome.
Yeah, go back to it. Stop messing around with the number one. Just go to it.
Good take that time by Juwon Kim.
Not a big fan with 2 strikes of showing bunt and getting back because some of the kids do not get back enough and they find themselves lunging forward. I throw the breaking pitch one more time. Ooh, went with the fastball.
Now a full count.
Spin it. He's had good control with it. Great at bat as well, being able to take it to 3-2. Take a deep breath.
Looking up, really, maybe to his parents. 3-2. On the ground, foul. Good breaking ball.
You think Mom knew what she was getting into here? Oh.
Parents, Kevin and Amrit. Anxious moments. 3-2. Got him! One away.
Do we really have to say anything? What a clutch pitch. He'll tell you how important the pitch was.
These kids had massive moments on the ride to get here in the Canada final. Scoreless game, 2 outs. Late in the game, runner on second. He made a diving catch on a line drive to keep the game tied. And now he's trying to eliminate South Korea. It's strike 1 to start to Do-Yoon Kim, the number 5 hitter, who's put 2 balls in play on the infield today. 0-2.
He's at 74 pitches right now. He's in good shape.
Yeah, it certainly helps the case that Kim comes up aggressively there.
Yeah.
And if you're new to this, 85 is the limit. Oh, 2. Just missed in as Aroba wanted it. One, 2. On the ground, at first, over the bag, Massel for out number 2.
That ball just skipped right over the bag, did not hit it. Thought it was gonna hit the bag. You tell me right here. Just stayed there, Massel, good focus. Just keeping that nose down the entire time. I would love to eavesdrop into that conversation.
You and me both. How did that not hit the first base bag?
These kids are aware of what they are doing or what they are about to do.
Well, the batter is Hyunbin Han. He's walked twice today. He's 1 for 8 at this event. The one is a home run. Outside with the breaking ball. Hyunbin Han said the other day he would try to hit another one while he's here. He's had a lot of hard hit contacts, sometimes without anything to show for it. And he's worked himself into a 2-0 count.
Might get a take here. His run really does not matter. They need to get the on-deck hitter up. That being Real Gill.
This will be the 79th pitch from Kian Sandhu. Up. So the wheels have to be turning for Brad Dorwart. You're thinking about your next pitcher with this about to be the 80th pitch.
Yeah. Got to focus on this right now.
Bases loaded, tying run to the plate for South Korea.
South Korea is not giving in on any at-bat. They've accomplished another opportunity with the bases loaded. This is the third time in the game that they've had the bases loaded. And they continue to just grind it. Will Canada have the ability to get out of it once again?
Kian Sandhu has worked magic. Now he faces Rio Gill. Strike one to start. A relief effort for the ages. Now against the speedy center fielder. Outside 1-1.
Well, the strategy right now is just to hope that Sandhu gets and continues to throw balls out of the zone, because they are not swinging at all until they have 2 strikes.
Ooh. 1-2. One-two. Got him! Canada's underdog story continues.
How about Kian Sandhu just shutting it down on 84 pitches? And that tells the story right there. Need we say what South Korea has meant to Little League this year? But Canada, 3-1 start for the first time since 1998.
One breath.
Breaking pitch, another swing and miss. What a pitch, what a location, what a spot, what a moment. They took care of one Asian team. Can they do the same tomorrow against Japan?
Little Mountain Little League. There's a lot in the name. The underdogs. Self-anointed at this event in this bracket. They keep climbing the mountain.
The Northern Lights are shining bright.
Canada ready for Japan tomorrow. Canada has won 3 games here at the Little League World Series. They are on a joyride, and they are one of the 4 remaining teams from outside the U.S. still playing Little League baseball. Second time Canada ever has won 3 consecutive games at the Little League World Series, joining 1998. Kian Sandhu is with Sebi.
Kian, my man, how are we feeling in this moment? You got the crowd going crazy.
I feel awesome, dude. It's crazy. I never thought we could go this far, but here we are.
Tell me about the beginning of this game. You start the game in center field, then you're called in to pitch. What's going through your mind?
So I knew our coach told us I was coming in to pitch. So I kind of was in that mindset already. And just worked out.
Yeah, it did work out. What was working for you? Because people look at this Far East team, they thought they could hit. You really shut them down.
At the start, I was walking a lot of people because I was kind of rushing. But then we had that mound visit, and I was like, I could just take my time. So I took my time, then I started throwing strikes, and then just shut them down.
You weren't born yet. 1998 is the last time a team from Canada in this tournament won 3 games. What does it mean to hear that? You're making history.
Feels great. And go Canada, let's go.
That's right. All right, one more thing, because we got all the fans up in the stands. We got all the folks watching back home. What do you want to say to everybody back watching and cheering on Little Mountain Little League?
Thanks for the support, everyone. And let's go Canada!
Let's go, Kian. Go join the celebration. There it is, guys. Back up to you.
Amazing poise from Kian Sandhu. Wow. They win it, they stick around to tomorrow. Let's get you up the hill to Little League today. For Eddie, Sebi, our whole gang, Mike Monaco, sending you to Kevin Connors.
Mike off the win over Panama. An upset in its own right. Vancouver gets 4 in the first. They get John Ramos in the start. Kian Sandhu, 4 innings in relief without a run, and a victory over South Korea. The big game today, Phoenix City, Alabama, Tacoma, Washington. Devin Travis, Kinley Rasmus continues to hit.
Man, she is just on fire. 5th hit of this Little League Baseball World Series came in this game for Kinley. That's a record for all girls here in Williamsport. It was fantastic throughout. This offense was on fire.
Cam Lee nearly goes yard. That scores Kinley Rasmus to make it 3-0. And then 5th inning, tying run at the plate in the form of Anthony Romero. And who makes the out to end the inning? Kinley Rasmus.
Only right. Cedric Harrison comes in the ball game and shuts it down late. And here's Kinley's 5th hit of the Little League Baseball World Series. This one, a big one. A little more insurance here and cushion for Bama.
Top of the 6th inning. Final out of the game. At a tight moment here, Kinley makes the play to end it. Alabama wins. They're moving on